Welcome to the dawn of ancient Egypt, a journey back to the enigmatic Predynastic Period, where the seeds of civilization were first sown. Spanning from approximately 6000 to 3100 BCE, this era laid the cornerstone for one of history's most remarkable empires. Early settlers harnessed the fertile lands along the Nile, developing agriculture that would sustain their growing communities. As pottery and trade flourished, these societies began to craft a unique cultural identity. The Predynastic Period stands as a testament to human ingenuity, setting the stage for the grandeur of future dynasties. Its significance in Egyptian history cannot be overstated. It provided the essential foundation upon which the great pharaohs would later rise. As we delve deeper into this era, we'll uncover how these early innovations and societal structures shaped the course of Egyptian history. Join us as we explore the roots of a civilization that would captivate the world for millennia. In the dawn of ancient Egyptian history, the fertile banks of the Nile cradled the earliest human settlements. Here, communities began to take root, drawn by the geographical advantages that promised sustenance and growth. The Nile's gentle floods enriched the soil, creating a perfect environment for agriculture, which soon became the cornerstone of these early societies. As families and tribes settled along its banks, they formed the first semblances of community life, crafting a new social order that would shape their future. These pioneers harnessed the river's gifts not only to feed their growing numbers, but also to cultivate a sense of unity and purpose. In this cradle of civilization, innovation flourished. The discovery of clay and its potential led to the birth of pottery, a craft integral to daily life and trade. This early ingenuity marked the beginning of a long tradition of artistic expression and technological advancement. The river itself, with its predictable cycles and bountiful resources, lay at the heart of these early settlements. It connected them, fostering economic growth through trade and cultural exchanges that enriched their way of life. As we explore these formative years along the Nile, we uncover the seeds of what would become a grand civilization, eventually seeing Upper and Lower Egypt stand as distinct yet interconnected realms. Let us now journey further into this ancient world, where agriculture begins to reshape society and lay the groundwork for a thriving empire. The development of agriculture marked a pivotal shift in ancient Egypt's Predynastic period. As early communities settled along the fertile banks of the Nile, they discovered the potential of farming, leading to profound societal changes. With agriculture, these communities could sustain larger populations, fostering the growth of stable societies. The ability to cultivate crops meant that people no longer relied solely on hunting and gathering for survival. This newfound stability allowed for permanent settlements, where people could invest in building homes and developing infrastructure. As agricultural techniques evolved, so did the complexity of social structures. Communities began to organize around shared resources, leading to cooperative efforts in crop cultivation and harvest. The surplus produced by these advancements paved the way for trade, enabling interactions with neighboring regions and the exchange of goods and ideas. Agriculture's impact extended beyond mere sustenance. It influenced social hierarchies and economic strategies, laying the groundwork for more complex societal systems. The ability to support a growing population contributed to the cultural and technological innovations that characterized the Predynastic period. As we explore this era further, we see how these early developments in agriculture set the stage for advancements in pottery, trade, and eventually the distinct cultures of Upper and Lower Egypt. Join us as we delve into the craftsmanship that began to flourish during this transformative time. Pottery in ancient Egypt was not merely a craft. It marked a significant leap in technological advancement. Emerging from the fertile banks of the Nile, pottery evolved into a cornerstone of daily life and commerce. It was used to store grains, transport water, and trade goods, showcasing its utility in sustaining growing communities. Yet, pottery was more than just functional. It became a canvas for artistic expression, capturing the imagination and creativity of early Egyptians. Each piece told a story, reflecting cultural values and beliefs, and highlighting the ingenuity of its creators. This dual role of pottery, as both a utilitarian tool and an art form, illustrates its profound impact on the technological and cultural fabric of the time. Through pottery, we glimpse the early Egyptians' ability to innovate and express their artistic vision, paving the way for future advancements. As we delve further into the development of trade, we see how these crafts facilitated broader cultural exchanges, setting the stage for Egypt's growth into a thriving civilization. As ancient Egypt began to flourish, trade networks emerged as vital arteries of exchange. These routes crisscrossed the region, allowing a rich tapestry of goods and ideas to flow between communities. Spices, precious stones, and exotic materials passed hands. But it was more than just commodities that traveled these paths. Cultural interactions blossomed, sparking new ideas and blending traditions. This exchange fueled not only economic prosperity, but also a deeper understanding between diverse peoples. Through trade, ancient Egyptians connected with distant lands, weaving a complex web of relationships that would shape their civilization. The economic implications were profound, laying the foundations for a society that could sustain itself and innovate. As we delve deeper into this dynamic era, we see how these networks spurred growth and cultural evolution. Next, we explore the distinct identities of Upper and Lower Egypt, highlighting how these regions developed unique cultural and political landscapes. Join us as we uncover the significance of this separation in the tapestry of ancient Egyptian history. During the Predynastic period, Egypt was not yet a unified kingdom, but rather two distinct regions known as Upper and Lower Egypt. Each region developed its own unique cultural and political identity, influenced by its geographical location and resources. In the south, Upper Egypt was characterized by a more arid landscape, leading to a culture that thrived on innovation and adaptation. Meanwhile, Lower Egypt, with its fertile delta, developed a society centered around agriculture and trade. The differences between these regions were not merely geographical, they were deeply woven into the fabric of their societies. Upper Egypt's political systems often featured a more hierarchical structure, while Lower Egypt exhibited a more communal approach to governance. Understanding the significance of this separation helps us appreciate the complexity of early Egyptian civilization. It was during this period that the foundations were laid for what would eventually become one of history's most remarkable empires. As we explore these early chapters of Egyptian history, we see how the distinct identities of Upper and Lower Egypt contributed to the rich tapestry of traditions and innovations that would define ancient Egypt. In the next segment, we'll delve into the challenges and advancements that arose from these early developments, further shaping the course of Egyptian civilization. In the face of daunting environmental challenges, the ancient Egyptians were compelled to innovate, giving rise to remarkable advancements in technology and society. As the arid climate tested their resilience, they turned to the Nile, engineering sophisticated irrigation systems that transformed barren lands into fertile fields. This ingenuity not only supported their survival, but also spurred a technological revolution, fostering the development of new tools and techniques. Concurrently, these innovations fueled a social evolution as communities grew more complex and interconnected. The Egyptians' ability to adapt and thrive under such circumstances set a precedent for future civilizations. This period of challenges and advancements highlights the resilience and creativity that defined ancient Egypt, bridging the gap between isolated communities and unified societies. As we transition into the next segment, we will explore how these early innovations laid the foundation for the monumental legacies of the dynastic periods, shaping the course of one of history's most enduring civilizations. As we draw our journey through the Predynastic period to a close, we reflect on the profound legacy it left behind. This era, rich in innovation and societal evolution, laid the foundations for the grand dynastic periods of Egypt. The development of agriculture transformed scattered communities into thriving settlements, while advancements in pottery and trade fostered economic and cultural growth. These achievements set the stage for the rise of Upper and Lower Egypt as distinct kingdoms, each with its own cultural and political identity. The challenges faced by early Egyptians led to remarkable technological innovations and social evolution. These early developments were not just fleeting moments in history, but the building blocks for what would become one of the most enduring civilizations in human history. As we transition from the Predynastic period to the age of dynasties, we witness the dawn of a new era, where the seeds sown by these ancient people would flourish into a civilization renowned for its monumental achievements. Through this exploration, we see how the early Egyptians harnessed their environment, overcame obstacles, and forged a path that would lead to the unification and greatness of Egypt's dynastic periods. The echoes of their ingenuity and resilience continue to resonate through time, reminding us of their lasting impact on the tapestry of human civilization. Thank you for joining us in unraveling the story of Egypt's first age, a testament to human innovation and cultural evolution.